first barrier would be the public awareness and different initiatives that makes those barriers go away in the whole society. And because of this kind of public awareness is not in presence, it is really hard for those minority groups to get involved into those different financing procedures and so on. And that is why we do also think the financing itself is also the big part of the barrier itself. So because those public transportations need to be in place where those mobility demands are also in. So different rural areas or suburban areas where they are sparsely populated, or for the people who in a different mobility needs, like senior citizens with needed assistance, or with the citizens with the newborn child. Those kind of circumstances do arise, but they don't have those kind of sustained demand. And this is financially unsustainable in terms of existing transportation models. So I think those are the two main barriers that we have. We need to actually have a new viewpoint on this. So rather than relying on the existing methods on public investments and building new road infrastructures, train infrastructures, public transportation infrastructures, and building new routes, rather we would focus on leveraging the existing public infrastructure, road infrastructures and transportation infrastructures, and find a new operational models that can actually enable those mobility needs in place for inclusive societies. And the main part that we want to contribute is by secure fleet management. So fleet management enables you to have those different vehicles and mobility devices to be connected to the backend system so that it can be dispatched wherever there is a mobility in need in a demand responsive way without having a fixed route or fixed personnel to be serving those communities in place. So we do believe these kind of secure fleet management can ensure the future inclusive transportation ecosystem. Most mobility as a service or demand responsive transportation systems are operated by the mobility service companies, which their goal is to harness as much as fleet operators and also fleet riders as possible. But on the other hand, in the demand side, we do have certain medical institutions, local governments, who has sparsely populated or sparsely present needs, mobility needs in place. So what we want to do is to bridge gap between them because those institutions or organizations or governments with a limited resources, technical resources and abilities do also need to get engaged in these kind of demand responsive transportations. And with Autocrypt EQ, we're trying to enable these kind of organizations with our service and platforms, and also different brandings and service operations to bridge those gaps between those existing demands and supplies that has been not possible with the existing models of the public transportation infrastructures. So I think that is why we're one of a kind in the market.